the mailbox, rip up the floor, smash out the windows and knock down the door. We're gonna rock this joint, we're gonna rock this joint, we're gonna rock.
On this good rock and roll morning, welcome back to the morning scramble. And right now our guest, Gary Spiker, General Manager of Tim's Toyota Center in Prescott Valley. Good to see you again.
Always a pleasure to be here.
Hi, Gary.
Always a pleasure. Got a couple great events coming up. 2 weeks from today is PBR. So we're doing next Friday and Saturday, we're doing miniature bulls and bull riding. Always a big event. But today I brought with us an event that starts this weekend with the WMMA wrestling. And it's a pleasure to have actually one of my former students,
Danny
Hilton here.
Mixed martial artist, correct? Yeah. And next to him is David Lee. You will be emceeing this event, I understand.
I'm the guy who gets to bring him into the ring and then jump out to let them do their thing.
You better move quickly, I would think. You don't want to get caught in there.
Exactly.
Gary, a little bit about the event.
Oh, it's always exciting. I did one before out at the racetrack where we did some cage fighting. This is a level higher. It's really fun. It's fun to have Danny here is one of the amateur events, and they'll explain how it goes from the league above that, and he's trying to get into that. Poor Danny came to me 6, 7 years ago, I guess, as a student that at those days had some issues. He's worked it out. He's done great. He has a couple jobs, and now he's gotten into this. I guess that's a way of getting rid of his frustration. That might have been a little bit more
than we wanted to know, Gary.
Yeah. No, this guy is a great guy.
Well, you're fairly young. When did you get into this? What age?
I was about 20. Yeah, and I was kind of a troubled kid, and I needed an outlet, so I just, my buddy actually took me to this place. He thought intermediate meant beginner, and we went in there, and they didn't turn us away, and I got humbled. I thought I was a tough kid, and I was humbled, and I just stuck with it. I was addicted after that.
Why? What was it about it that addicted you?
It's like a chess match to me. I'm always learning. I'm always, just constantly improving, and I don't know, I just like it.
It's all about, there's some grace to it also. There's a graceful movement sometimes, I believe, to it.
Yeah, there is, and, like, especially with, like, jiu-jitsu, I like that a lot, and it's just, I'm always thinking, like, 3 moves ahead and trying to, maybe outsmart the other guy.
Dave, you own a radio station.
Yeah, ZonaRocks.com. It's internet only, coming soon to the AM, 1650 AM, very, very soon. First of all, I heard about this thing. I've watched this on TV, and by the way, it's WMMA. UnitedStates.com if you want to check out more and get more information on Danny. There's going to be 6 fights at night of pros and 4 amateur fights going on. But man, I have to ask you first, right off the bat, what made you want to get in the ring the first time I see this happen? And I mean, to me, I thought almost like a death match.
I was nervous. My mouth went dry. It was terrifying, and especially like it was local. It was here, and there was 5,000 people that all knew me. And so yeah, I was terrified, but I ended up winning, and after that, it's a rush.
You win the first time, and you win.
Yeah, I won.
See, that's incredible.
Yeah.
But the first time on the radio, you didn't. Your first time radio experience was a little bit different than that, huh?
Well, yes, it was. It was.
Me too.
I was caught off guard. About a half hour into a guy's shift, and I was 13 years old, and he said, "I'm sick. I'm going home." He said, "You take it." And I said, "Me? I'm 13 years old." He says, "You know how to finish the show." So next thing I knew, I had a radio show.
Exactly.
And then I was addicted.
Yeah, exactly. Me too. I was addicted from a young age. Yeah.
Gentlemen, and jump in, please. All 3 of you share this if you want. Walk us through what we're going to see. What will we see at this event?
Hit them with that.
Well, first off, we'll come out there and we'll introduce the crowd to what's going on. It's a lot of you can actually see some videos on the internet again if you want. But we'll bring out the fighters. We'll get it going. We'll sort of explain what's happening, and you'll start off with a match just like that. And it just is. You're going to see guys who are using sort of what he said. It's like chess match. It's not just jiu-jitsu. It's all the martial arts.
Kickboxing, wrestling, Muay Thai, jiu-jitsu, which is like submission wrestling.
And you got some guys who are more boxers, and they're going to be trying to handle it that way. And some of the other guys who are better with something like, say, jiu-jitsu, you want to get up close and personal, correct?
Yeah.
You sort of want to get a hold of them and take them down. And
yeah.
Now, you mentioned that you're an amateur.
Yeah.
At what point and how do you get to be a pro?
There's a few steps, but like me and my manager have been talking about it. We just want a good winning record and just to be comfortable. When I turn pro, I want to know that I can hang with those guys and do well. I don't want to rush it, or anything like that.
This is probably a dumb question, but I'm known for asking those periodically. It's one-on-one.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, this is all one-on-one type of.
It's one-on-one, but there's so much that goes behind it. You know, your coaches, the people cornering you, stuff like that. Just like it's a team sport, but when you're in there, yeah, it's one-on-one.
Now, I
just
assume that there's purse money like in boxing?
Yeah, when you're pro. Right now, I don't get any purse money.
Can you turn pro? Do you plan to? What is the procedure?
Yeah, like I'm planning on it. Like I said, I just don't want to rush it yet. I want to make sure that I'm doing all the right steps so I can hang with those guys and do really well when I turn pro.
Is there decent money as a pro?
Yeah, starting off not so much, but you know, there's a lot of people struggling and stuff. But it's a long road. But yeah, once you get up into the higher ranks, it's good money.
Well, as a pro, how many of these matches would you do, say, in a year, or do you do it every couple of weeks?
I think it slows down. You know, once you get like in the higher ranks, you know, like some people like in the UFC, they fight maybe 3 times a year. Me, I try to fight every few months.
Now, this is a different kind of thing too. This is different than basically than the UFC. You're looking at this is where you start off and it's an even playing field, and you start doing matches. You keep on going up. Like the guys that play here, they're doing these 6. They're going to be a chance to go and fight for the national championship. As they win here, they move on. Gary,
let's recap this: where people need to be, when they need to be there, and maybe upcoming at Tim's.
Yep. 2-for-1 tickets, $10 to $73, on sale now for every seat at this for this Saturday, and they can get tix.net or check us out at the 772-1819 phone number. And we got PBR coming up the next week, and so those are our quick ones coming up. So
2 big events, and summer proves to be exciting for us.
Summer, we're working on a couple events. We had a cancellation, but of course we have the Shrine Circus. You know, we'll do the biggest yard sale in town, so we'll have things coming up, but hopefully more news to follow with a couple events we're trying to set up.
He keeps looking at Brian like, you know, I sense something going on here.
You guys gotta
a legendary show coming to Tim's, I think.
You guys have got to see Gary shoot his shotgun at the Arizona Outlaw games. He shoots a shotgun off when we score, so it gets a little crazy.
We have another football game coming up. Is it 24th? So we have 3 more football games coming up. 22nd.
Gentlemen,
thanks.
Always.
Great.
Always a pleasure. Nice to meet you, Danny.
Thank you.
David, yes.
Good to see you, fellas.
Bye.
After the break, when we come back, final thoughts and moments right here on the Morning Scramble. We suggest you stay right where you are.